In a world that feels normal on the surface, everything changes suddenly for our main character. He wakes up after a deep sleep, feeling disoriented. It's been years since he was last conscious, but he doesn't realize it yet. He steps outside, expecting life to be the same, but the city looks strangely empty, like something terrible happened while he was asleep. As he walks around, he notices there are no men on the streets, only women. He begins to panic. What happened here? He meets a woman who explains everything. A deadly virus spread across the world, wiping out almost every man. Only a few men have survived, and he is one of them. The news shocks him. His ordinary life is gone forever, replaced by a new reality. He learns that he was put into a special sleep, frozen in time while scientists tried to find a cure for the virus. Now he's awake, and the world needs him desperately. Women surround him everywhere he goes, looking at him like he's the last hope for humanity. It's overwhelming, but he has no choice but to accept this strange new world. The next day, he is taken to a large facility, filled with high-tech gadgets and guarded by strong women. Here, he learns the full truth. They want him to help save humanity by becoming a father to new generations. But this is not what he expected at all. He thought he would be helping scientists or finding a cure, but now he is faced with a moral choice he never wanted to make. At this moment, he feels lost. He doesn't know if he can accept this fate. Can he really be the hope for the future of mankind? But the women around him beg him to help. He sees the desperation in their eyes, the fear that humanity might truly disappear forever if he refuses. It's a heavy burden to carry, but he feels a strange sense of responsibility. Later, he meets a woman who was his friend before the virus outbreak. She seems different now, but he feels a connection to her. She tells him about the pain and suffering the world has faced without men. She opens up about how lonely and hopeless it was, waiting for a cure that never came. He listens, feeling guilty for being asleep while everyone else suffered. She shows him around the city, which is mostly in ruins now. Everything feels empty, like the world has lost its soul. The main character sees children playing, but they are few and far between. It's clear that the future of the world is hanging by a thread. His heart sinks as he realizes just how bad things have become. Then, the government officials tell him he must choose a group of women who will help him rebuild the population. They pressure him, making him feel like he has no time to think. He is confused and scared. How can he decide such a thing so quickly? Is this really his purpose now? What would you do if you were in his place, faced with such a strange responsibility? He feels trapped. It's not what he wanted for his life, but he doesn't see any way out. The pressure from everyone around him grows stronger each day. He's like a pawn in a game he never agreed to play. Suddenly, he decides to make his own plan. He starts researching, reading all the scientific data he can find. He's determined to help find a real cure, not just follow orders blindly. He teams up with a few scientists who secretly agree with him. They start working in secret, hoping they can save the world without him having to make such a painful choice. One night, he sneaks into a restricted lab. Here, he finds out something shocking. There might already be a potential cure, but it's been hidden away. The government doesn't want people to know because they are afraid it won't work. He feels a surge of anger. How could they hide this? It could save millions of lives. With this new information, he confronts the officials. He tells them he won't follow their plan anymore. He refuses to be used as just a tool. Instead, he wants to help everyone find a real solution, one that doesn't force him into an impossible situation. The officials try to threaten him, but he stands strong. He knows he has to fight for what is right, even if it means risking his life. In the end, he makes a daring escape from the facility. He goes on the run, taking the potential cure with him. He's determined to find a way to test it and prove that there's hope for humanity beyond just using him as a last resort. The women who believe in him help him hide and support his plan, even though it's dangerous. He knows the road ahead is hard, filled with enemies who don't want him to succeed. But he's ready to face it, no matter what it takes. He's made his choice, and he won't back down now. He has found a new purpose, one that doesn't sacrifice his morals. What will happen next? Will he manage to prove the cure works, or will the forces against him win? The answer is uncertain, but one thing is clear: he won't give up easily. He's ready to fight for a real future for everyone. If you want to know how this story unfolds, make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this journey, and don't forget to share it with your friends. See you in the next episode.